Nagaland Law Students Federation steps into the ongoing Nagaland Total Liquor Prohibition Act debates by terming it as total failure. Federation urges government to lift the act from the state whilst agreeing on the statement delivered by the MLA K.T. Shukalu. Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar visits ICAR Research Complex for North East Hill region, inaugurates the foundation stone of Krishi Vigyan Kendras in Dimapur, while also interacts with staff members, farmers and entrepreneurs at ICAR. MLA Matung Yantan asserts that there is a high degree of scope for farming activities in Nagaland, especially in horticrops. Yantan urges Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare to rope in top experts in agriculture and horticulture to promote productivity and value chain in the Northeast region. Nagaland Baptist Churches Council holds a Sunday prayer walk for clean election. The 5 Chang churches include Twensang Town Baptist, Lashong Mupung Baptist, Lashong Yungkyu Baptist, Lashong Jucham Baptist, Lashong and Mission Center Baptist Church. Ruling BJP wins 3 assembly seats while the Congress backs 1 in the high-stakes by-elections in Tripura on Sunday. Chief Minister Manik Saha wins the by-poll to the crucial town Bardowali seat by 6,104 votes. Good evening, viewers. I welcome you all to English Primetime News. Let's have a look into the details now. With ongoing debates on the Nagaland Total Liquor Prohibition Act, the Nagaland Law Students Federation termed the act as a total failure and urged the government to leave the act from the state. The federation also urged on the statement delivered by the MLA and advisor of school education K.T. Shukalu, who stated that the Nltv Act should be lifted and the revenue generated should be invested in education and healthcare. The Federation further stated that the state government's Prohibition Act is drawing Nagaland backward in many aspects instead of forwarding the state. The Federation also urged the state government not to always be dependent on the central funds for development, but sometimes generate funds from the state and invest on developments. The Federation further assured that lifting of the Nltv Act will be a great achievement in the state. Minister for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India, Narendra Singh Tomar has visited ICAR Research Complex for North-Eastern Hill region in Nagaland on Sunday. Union Minister has also inaugurated a foundation stone of Krishi Vigyan Kendras in Dimapur. At the ICAR Research Complex for NEH region at Nagaland Center, Union Minister interacted with the staff members, farmers and entrepreneurs. MLA and advisor, Department of Horticulture and Border Affairs Matung Yantan said that there is a steep rise in Nagaland's agriculture and the lives of the farming community. MLA Yantan further said that there is a high degree of scope for farming activities in Nagaland, especially in horticrops. MLA invoked that Nagaland, after receiving the name of Kiwi State, the government is making all efforts to make the state a production center of kiwi in India. Taking this further, Yantan urged Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar to promote unique crops of Nagaland and northeastern states. Yantan also urged the Union Minister to prepare mega package plant laden with scientific technology for northeastern states. MLA further requested Minister to rope in top experts in agriculture and horticulture to promote productivity and value chain in the Northeast region. Notably, MLA Yantan invoked these words while addressing at Farmers Exhibition cum workshop at the Central Institute of Horticulture, Metsifima on Sunday.
The state is witnessing a steep rise in rural economy and improvement in the quality of life, especially on the farming community. So the success of these programs and their impacts on our farmers' lives is evidenced by the fact that there is a very high degree of scope for farming activities, especially horticultural crops. To name a few, pineapple, which is considered to be one of the best and the sweetest in the region, orange, cucumber, passion fruit, dragon fruit, kiwi, banana, large cardamom, ginger, etc. Sir, through your office, and you have, in one of the occasions last year, you have declared Nagaland as kiwi state. So we are trying relentlessly to meet people's expectation and make Nagaland as the production center for kiwi in the country. So area expansion is going on in a very extensive manner, and our MIDH and also other programs, we are focusing, the main focus crop of our MIDH is now on kiwi accordingly. I'm also proud to inform that through the initiative of the Department of Horticulture, the state has now 3 GI registered crops, geographical indication registered crops, namely Naga tree tomato, Naga mirja, and Naga cucumber, which you have already seen in the exhibition. At present, there are about 30 GI registered crops in Northeast alone. Therefore, I would request the Ministry of Agriculture to promote these unique crops for marketing not only within the country but also outside the country in order to create avenues for our farmers and young entrepreneurs. Sir, as you are well aware, the scope and potential of agriculture and horticultural crops in northeastern states is enormous. Hence, to harness the vast potential, it is suggested that a mega package plan laden with scientific technology may be prepared for the northeastern states by engaging the service of top experts from the field of agriculture and horticulture to achieve productivity at par with our neighboring countries and developing a strong value chain of the products, for which technological support from the central government may be extended to the region. The state is
While addressing at Farmers Exhibition cum workshop at the Central Institute of Horticulture in Metsifima, MLA Matung Yantan said that Nagaland government is dismayed over central government's decision to bring merge between Central Institute of Horticulture Nagaland and National Horticulture Board. Yantan notified Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar that if centre government merge CIH and NHB, then the very purpose of setting up CIH will be diluted. Hence, Yantan urged Union Minister to review the proposal to merge CIH with NHB. He further suggested Central Institute of Horticulture Nagaland to be upgraded to special purpose vehicle for development of horticulture. MLA Yantan further informed Union Minister Narendra Singh Tomar that Nagas are very proud to have Central Institute of Horticulture in Nagaland.
Sir, as mentioned to you, we are also we have come to know that this center is going to be merged with National Horticulture Board. And upon receiving this news, everybody is disheartened, because once it is merged with National Horticulture Board, the very purpose, the very objective of setting up this institution will be diluted. And so it is our earnest request that the decision to merge with the National Horticulture Board may be reviewed. This issue has been also taken up by the state government on behalf of the Central Institute of Horticulture. As this is being located in Nagaland, we feel proud to have this institution in our state, and accordingly, the state government has also provided land to the tune of 43 hectares to establish this institution, and a lot of infrastructure, a lot of development has taken place, and as I said, a lot of benefit has accrued to the state through this center. It is also suggested that since CIH has the infrastructure and has gained a micro-level experience in research and development, it may be upgraded to special purpose vehicle for development of horticulture in the region.
The District Education Officer of Kifre has clarified that the RPP press release on June 24 regarding the school building of Government High School Salome under Kifre district is baseless and without ascertaining the fact. The DEO further stated that the picture of Government High School Salome issued to the newspapers was the old building. The officers further added saying that the building of primary section at Government High School Salome was constructed via aspirational fund during 2020 to 2021, which was funded by NEC and verified by engineer from NEC. Notably, the same building was inaugurated by Deputy Speaker NLA T. Yangsio Sanctum on November 15, 2021. Meanwhile, another building was constructed by RMSA for high school section in the year 2017 to 2019 and was inaugurated by the then Principal Director on November 5, 2019. The officials further stated that the school is running smoothly in these two buildings and further alleged that the RPP press release was totally baseless. The government employees from all northeastern states had a consultative meeting with the office bearers of All India State Government Employees Federation at Guwahati on 24th June. Notably, the meeting was organized by Northeast State Government Employees and Teachers United Forum at CRU Conference Hall, Guwahati under the theme Scraps NPS Restore OPS and deliberated on various anomalies of NPS faced by state employees. In the introductory session, the Confederation of All Nagaland State Service Employees Association President Dr. Ailang briefed the members about the Nagaland State Government Employees and on the NPS. Furthermore, in the meeting, it was also discussed that All India State Government Employees Federation had decided to demand for the restoration of OPS to all the federating states uniformly for better quality of life to all state government employees. It may be mentioned that AISGEF has decided to demand for the restoration of OPS. Further, in the meeting, all Northeast state leaders shared their views and challenges on recruitment policy by state government, grant of ADAS, and the way forward for contributing service for the betterment of one's state and the nation. Kansia's president also invited the AISGEF and the Northeast State Government Employees Association for the next NESGETFER meeting at Kohima. On the occasion of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, Noklak Police on Sunday imparted training in livelihood skills to OST clients undergoing drugs rehabilitation. Notably, the training was held at the police church in Noklak, whereby a total of 120 clients participated. Furthermore, while addressing the gathering, Noklak Police SP Dr. Pritpal Kaur stated that this was the fourth batch of drug rehabilitation patients, whereby Noklak Police took the initiative to teach livelihood skills. She further mentioned that the training was given so that they can earn their livelihood after their OST course completes. It may be mentioned that Pastor Ping Lang of Lockdown Baptist Church, Noklak, imparted counseling to them on reformation of one's life and how to follow Lord's will to make human life worthy of living. Meanwhile, Noklak District Handloom and Handicrafts Council President S. Kumo trained them to make various handicrafts from bamboo and asked them to earn livelihood by hard work. It may also be mentioned that the Noklak Police Jawans also taught them to make murda and other materials whereby they can engage their free time and stay away from drugs. The Bharatiya Janata Party of Nagaland on Sunday participated in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat program held in Deputy Commissioners Conference Hall in Nagaland. Notably, out of the 11 districts selected for Mann Ki Baat program, Nagaland district represented Nagaland to interact with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Furthermore, during an interaction with the Prime Minister Modi, beneficiaries from Nagaland shared on how their life has changed through the schemes of the BJP government. Under PM Narendra Modi, it is to be mentioned that more than 230 Karyakartas and beneficiaries from various schemes attended the event.
बॉर्डर पर स्थित ये शहर है और यहाँ के जो लोगों का जीवन है वो अनुपम जीवन है। प्रकृति ने यहाँ के लोगों के अपने अनुपम उपहारों से नवाजा है। यहाँ सुंदर पहाड़ हैं, सुंदर घाटियां हैं, सुंदर लोग हैं, स्वच्छता इनके रग रग में बसा है। और जहाँ तक पर्यावरण की बात हो और जैसा कि प्रधानमंत्री ने आज कहा कि जल बचाना कितना जरूरी है, तो वो चीजें इनके खून में बसता है। जो लोग हैं अपने घरों के आसपास में कूड़ेदान रखते हैं और उसके साथ साथ एक तालाब भी जरूर रखते हैं ताकि यहाँ की जो ग्राउंड वाटर है वो ग्राउंड वाटर की स्थिति ठीक बनी रहे, अच्छी बनी रहे। और जहाँ तक यहाँ के लोगों की प्रतिक्रिया की बात कही तो यहाँ के लोगों ने साफ शब्दों में ये कहा है कि हमें जो गवर्नमेंट का जो स्कीम है उसका खूब फायदा मिला है। चाहे वो जल जीवन मिशन की बात हो, चाहे उज्ज्वला कनेक्शन की बात हो, चाहे मातृबंधन योजना की बात हो, और ऐसे स्कीम का लाभ उनको मिला है क्योंकि ये सुदूर की गांव में ये लोग रहते हैं। तो इन तक स्वास्थ्य सेवाएं पहुंची है, उज्ज्वला जैसी योजनाएं पहुंची है। तो यहाँ के लोगों का ये साफ तौर पे मानना है कि हमें जो केंद्र सरकार की जो सुविधा मिल रही है उनसे ये लोग काफी खुश हैं। अगर आपके पास समय हो तो मैं एक आध महिलाओं से बात करा सकता हूँ। आपको बताएं कि यहाँ क्या क्या सुविधा आपको मिली है।
हाँ जी, नमस्ते मंत्री जी। हमको यहाँ पे मिला है जो बच्चों को जो पहला जो था अकाउंट खोलने का पता नहीं था, उसके खोलने के लिए भी मौका मिला है। उसको भी स्कीम लाया है, उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद है। अभी जो उज्ज्वला गैस कनेक्शन के लिए है वो भी मिला है, उसके लिए भी मोदी जी को धन्यवाद दे रहा है। अभी जो है पहला जो था हम लोग ये गैस कनेक्शन नहीं आया था, उस टाइम क्या होता था महिलाओं को खेती जाना पड़ रहा है, उससे पहला लकड़ी काटने जंगल जाना पड़ रहा था। फिर अभी सुविधा हो गया, लकड़ी काटने के लिए जंगल जाना नहीं पड़ रहा है। अभी घर के जो महिलाओं के है जो जितना दुख तकलीफ होता था, पहला जो जंगल जा रहा था अभी जंगल जाना नहीं पड़ा, तो अपना घर पे
आप सीधे तौर पे सुन रहे हैं कि कैसे जो सरकारी स्कीम है, गवर्नमेंट की जो स्कीम है उससे आधी आबादी की तस्वीर बदली है। चाहे वो उज्ज्वला कनेक्शन हो, चाहे वो टैप कनेक्शन हो, चाहे उनके गांव तक स्वास्थ्य की सुविधाएं हो, इन सुविधाओं से यहाँ के गांव में खुशहाली आई है। जी ऐसे के बॉर्डर पर
The 5 Chang churches, Twensang Town Baptist Lashong, Mupung Baptist Lashong, Yungkok Baptist Lashong, Jucham Baptist Lashong and Mission Center Baptist Church on Sunday observed a Sunday School Prayer Walk, a program of Nagaland Baptist Church Councils which is Sesquicentennial and Clean Election. Notably, the Chang Baptist Lashong took the initiative of observing the event in Twensang Town on 26th June. Meanwhile, the walk started at 6 a.m., stopping to pray at 5 different points, which were led by O. Ason, Christian Education Director, Jujam Baptist Lashong, Benjem Kong, Christian Education Director, TTBL, Chang Kumla Sunday School Director, Mupung Baptist Lashong, Achi MCB Sunday School Superintendent and Imti Manla Christian Education Director, Yungkok Baptist Lashong. Union Minister for Housing and Urban Affairs Hardeep Singh Puri virtually led the foundation stone for the demonstration housing project under PMAYU at PWD Housing Complex, Sematila, Dimapur on Saturday. The project is being constructed under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban at the cost of INR 1,085 lakh. The Minister of Public Works Department, Government of Nagaland, Tongpang Uzakam, who joined the program from Delhi, appealed to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to consider sanctioning more demonstration housing projects in Nagaland while assuring to complete the work within the stipulated time. Puri stated that more than 75 housing projects have been considered for a total of 32,335 houses in Nagaland. Under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, it is also to be mentioned that more than 60 lakh houses of the 1.23 crore approved houses across the country have been handed over to beneficiaries, while another 40 lakh houses were being constructed. Principal Secretary to Chief Minister K.D. Vizo, while speaking at the 7th anniversary of the Smart City Mission, stated that creating a smart city must include educating the public to be smart citizens, and that includes extensive use of information technology and an electronic data-backed approach. He also urged the citizens to be visionary, innovative, and have long-term solutions that are not only effective but also have the potential to improve upon the original plans. Vizo also maintained that smart city projects and plans must see that every individual has clean drinking water, and also suggested the possibility of harvesting rainwater to address water shortage. He also spoke on the waste segregation measures and asked citizens to take up recycling measures. The official further called for a mission to build the 4 pillars of the Smart City Mission, that is the social infrastructure, physical infrastructure, institutional infrastructure, and economic infrastructure. In an attempt to optimize city functions and promote economic growth, the Kohima Smart City Development Limited has so far completed 17 out of 35 projects of the Smart City Mission. Notably, the KSCDL Chief Executive Officer K. Tiuno on Saturday mentioned that the 17 projects that have been completed so far includes Integrated Command and Control Center, Capital Cultural Hall, beautification works, community building at New Market, pedestrian-friendly footpath, and mobile hotspot. Tiono further said that KSCDL is doing its best to develop infrastructure and services for social, economic, institutional, and governance as part of the Smart City Mission. He also informed that Kohima Smart City area best development is limited to 7 out of the 19 municipal wards, only covering an area of 280 acres. Notably, the total project cost of Kohima Smart City was Rs 1,000 crore on the basis of 50:50 funding pattern between centre and state government. However, the project cost was revised to Rs 550 crore due to change of funding pattern to 90:10 by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, with central government share of Rs 500 crore and state share of Rs 50 crore, resulting in cancellation of projects worth Rs 450 crore. Nagaland Cricket Association is all set to conduct open trials in all categories for the upcoming 2022-23 season. Notably, the association informed that for boys under 16 born between 0109-2006 and 0109-2008, the trial will be held from July 18 to the 21st, while for the men's under 19 born on after 0109-2003, the trial will be held from July 22 to the 26th. NCA further informed that for men's under 23 born or after 0109-1999, the trial will be conducted from July 27 to the 30th, and for the men's senior, the trial will be held from August 1 to the 4th. It further informed all interested players to contact their respective district cricket association and added that a player will be allowed to undergo trial only in one category. It is to be mentioned that yo-yo test is mandatory and players are asked to bring birth certificate, Aadhaar card, PAN card at the time of reporting for scrutiny, apart from the verification by the district cricket associations. The Apuyemi Kakulu on Saturday held its general conference for the year 2022 at the Capital Convention Center in Youth Secretariat, Kohima. The guest of honor was Dr. Nikesale Kire, who also released the documentation with special guest MLA Y. Vikeho Su and Village Council Kohima, Hilevio Solo. Furthermore, President of ASKK, Gugato K. Tipu, during his presidential address, said that since the inception of the ASKK in 2006 till the date, one agenda that had dominated the affairs of ASKK is the issue of Pugoputo Reg Land Pata. Meanwhile, Dr. Nike Kire in his speech spoke of the documentation of the father and of late Kevichuza on how their documentations were errored in the past and the difficulties that came along while rectifying the documentation. He said that he is fully confident in the documentation that was released on Saturday. He further said that he would immediately take up the issue and see what can be done.
I'm really privileged to be given this opportunity by the ASKK in releasing this documentation. And at the same time, I would also like to make, as far as has been mentioned earlier by President, not only my chairman of the Kohima Village Council, we still have one more MLA in our Kohima village. The three of us we'll see what best we can do, and I want our chairman also to share something on this issue. And this is a great privilege for me, and I have the honor to release this documentation today. This documentation is dedicated to the Sumi Afimi pioneers in whose yesterday's dream and futuristic vision we live today. Thank you. I'm really privileged to be given this opportunity by the ASKK in releasing this documentation. And at the same time, I would also like to make, as far as has been...
The counting of the votes has been completed in Tripura by polls in 4 assembly constituencies on Saturday. Notably, PJP won 3 out of 4 constituencies and Congress backed 1. It is to be mentioned that Chief Minister and PJP candidate Manik Saha won in town Bardowali. Meanwhile, in Agartala constituency, Sudeep Roy Barman of the Congress won. Furthermore, the PJP's Sapna Das won in Surma and PJP's Malina Debnath won from Jubaraj Nagar constituency. It is to be mentioned that the voting for the Tripura by polls in 4 assembly constituencies took place on Thursday. As the flood situation continues to wreak havoc in several parts of Assam, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Sunday visited Silchar town and took cognizance of the flood-affected areas. Notably, he joined the relief operations along with NDRF team and stated that the state government will provide full assistance to lessen the citizens' suffering. It is to be mentioned that the Chief Minister Sarma inspected the magnitude of the flood and the extent of damages that was hit during the various parts of the town in the flood. According to latest updates by Assam State Disaster Management Authority, over 25 lakh people are still facing difficulties in 27 flood-hit districts of the state, comprising 79 revenue circles and 2,894 villages.
We're a big fan, sir. I'm extremely...
On the occasion of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking on June 26, Karbi Anglong Police on Saturday destroyed huge quantities of seized narcotic drugs by burning them off at Dipu Sports Complex in 5th Mile, Dipu Manja Road. Notably, the destruction of the seized narcotics drugs was done as per NDPS Act 1985 with due clearance from the State Pollution Control Board and after getting approval from the District Drug Disposal Committee, Karbi Anglong. It is to be mentioned that the quantities of seized drugs destroyed included heroin weighing 9 kilograms, cannabis weighing 156.2 kilograms, opium pot weighing 2,813.7 kilograms, cough syrup 96 bottles and 7,582 tablets. It may also be mentioned that the destruction of the seized drugs was done in the presence of Push Raj Singh, SP Karbi Anglong and Nupur Bora, Assistant Commissioner and Magistrate. In the 98th episode of Prime Minister Modi's monthly radio program, Mann Ki Baat, he began his address by invoking the 1975 emergency. Modi further spoke on another special feature of Khelo India Youth Games. He said that in the recently held Khelo India Youth Games, players have set many records. A total of 12 records have been broken in these games, out of which 11 records have been registered in the names of female players. Meanwhile, 5 indigenous sports, Gatka, Thangta, Yogasana, Kalaripayatu and Malakhamb have been added in Khelo India Youth Games. Also addressing Olympic gold medalist Neeraj Chopra, Modi said that Chopra has once again made the country proud by winning silver at Paavo Nurmi Games in Finland and gold in Kurotane. Further addressing about cleanliness, Modi talked about a unique cycling rally which is ongoing in Himachal Pradesh. A group of cyclists that started from Shimla to Mandi carries the message of cleanliness. On the other hand, thousands of kilos of garbage is collected and segregated every day in Karaikal, Puducherry. Modi invoked by saying that the organic waste that is made into compost and the rest is separated and recycled. Meanwhile, talking about the famous Yatra of Lord Jagannath, which is going to start in Puri, Odisha, just a few days from July 1, Modi said that the efforts are being made by the people to have the good fortune of visiting Puri on this occasion. He further urged everyone to take precautions against COVID-19. He said that the country has a comprehensive protective cover of vaccine today as it has reached close to 200 crore vaccine doses.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, नमस्कार। मन की बात के लिए मुझे आप सभी के बहुत सारे पत्र मिले हैं। सोशल मीडिया और नमो ऐप पर भी बहुत से संदेश मिले हैं। मैं इसके लिए आपका बहुत आभारी हूँ। मन की बात में अब एक ऐसे विषय की बात जिसे सुनकर आपका मन प्रफुल्लित भी होगा और आपको प्रेरणा भी मिलेगी। बीते दिनों हमारे ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडल विजेता नीरज चोपड़ा फिर से सुर्खियों में छाए रहे। ओलंपिक के बाद भी वो एक के बाद एक सफलता के नए नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित कर रहे हैं। फिनलैंड में नीरज ने पावो नुर्मी गेम्स में सिल्वर जीता। यही नहीं,
Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshiyari was discharged from a hospital on Sunday after recovering from COVID-19. Notably, the 80-year-old was admitted to the private hospital in South Mumbai on Wednesday after testing positive for the infection. A statement issued by Raj Bhavan said that the governor returned to his official residence after remaining hospitalized for 4 days. It may be mentioned that after being discharged from the hospital, the governor wrote a message to thank his well-wishers, doctors and staff of the hospital. Ahead of the all-important 5th India vs England test, Team India captain Rohit Sharma tested positive for COVID-19 on Saturday. BCCI stated that the Indian skipper's result for rapid antigen test conducted on June 25 came to be positive late on Saturday night. Meanwhile, Sharma has been put in an isolation until the report of a RT-PCR test comes through. Notably, the 5th and last test had to be rescheduled to 2022 last year after a COVID outbreak in the Indian camp. With Rohit testing positive, the series is under threat again. Furthermore, there is no update on health of other Indian players. However, it would be interesting to see who leads India as Rohit's deputy KL Rahul is already out of the series due to a groin injury. In fact, Rahul will play no game on this tour of England. Wales star Gareth Bale confirms shock move to LAFC after leaving Real Madrid. Gareth Bale has confirmed he will be heading to LAFC in Major League Soccer, sharing a video Saturday posing in the club's gear. Meanwhile, Bale tweeted that "See you soon, Los Angeles," and was shared by LAFC. The blockbuster move would be a free transfer as Bale's contract is up with Real Madrid. Notably, the deal is expected to be completed using targeted allocation money. Further, Bale would be eligible to play in LAFC when the ML's transfer window opens July 7, meaning he could first feature against rival Los Angeles Galaxy at home the following day. Furthermore, Bale will fly out at the end of the week after a short break and sign a deal until the end of this season with the option of another year. So viewers, that's all we have. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.